Have you ever felt like you're sleepwalking through life? Like you're going through the motions, but something's missing? Maybe you've caught yourself staring out the window, wondering if there's more to this world than what meets the eye. If you've had these thoughts, you're not alone. In fact, you might be at the start of an incredible adventure, your spiritual awakening journey. Imagine you're in a crowded room, and suddenly, you hear a whisper. It's faint at first, but it grows louder. This whisper is your inner voice, calling you to wake up and see the world with new eyes. That's what a spiritual awakening feels like. It's like someone gently shaking you awake from a deep sleep. You start to notice things you've never seen before, even though they've been there all along. This journey isn't about joining a religion or following a guru. It's about you discovering who you really are, beyond your job, your relationships, and all the labels society has given you. It's about peeling back the layers of your everyday life to find something deeper and more meaningful. Think back to when you were a child, constantly asking why about everything. That curiosity, that hunger to understand, that's the spark of spiritual awakening. As adults, we often stop asking those big questions. We get caught up in our daily routines, our to-do lists, and our worries about the future. But now, that childlike wonder is coming back. You're starting to look at the world with fresh eyes, and it's both exciting and a little scary. Imagine you've been living in a house your whole life, but you've only ever used one room. Now, you're discovering there are other rooms filled with treasures you never knew existed. That's what spiritual awakening does. It opens doors in your mind and heart that you didn't even know were there. Suddenly, the world seems bigger, more colorful, and full of possibilities. You might find yourself drawn to things you never cared about before. Maybe you feel a sudden urge to learn about meditation, or you find yourself fascinated by nature in a way you never were before. These new interests aren't random. They're signposts on your spiritual journey, guiding you towards a more fulfilling life. As your awakening continues, that little whisper you heard at the beginning starts to get louder. It's like turning up the volume on the soundtrack of your life. You begin to hear messages in everyday things. A song on the radio that speaks directly to your heart, a chance encounter with a stranger that leaves you thinking for days, or a book that seems to have all the answers you've been looking for. This isn't coincidence. It's your heightened awareness picking up on the subtle signs and messages that have always been there. You're tuning into a frequency you couldn't hear before, and it's changing how you see everything. Think about your life as a story. Up until now, you've been reading a story someone else wrote for you. Your parents, your teachers, society. But with spiritual awakening, you realize you can put down that old book and start writing your own story. It's liberating and a little overwhelming at the same time. You might start questioning things you've always believed. Why do I do this job? Why do I hang out with these people? Why do I believe what I believe? These questions aren't comfortable, but they're necessary. They're the chisel you use to sculpt your authentic self from the block of stone that is your old life. Remember how Neo in The Matrix saw the world differently once he woke up? That's a bit like what happens in a spiritual awakening. The world doesn't change, but your perception of it does. Colors might seem brighter, music might sound sweeter, and you might find beauty in places you never noticed before. This new perception isn't just about the outside world. It's about how you see yourself too. You might start to recognize your own strength and resilience. You might feel more compassion for yourself and others. It's like putting on a pair of glasses and seeing clearly for the first time. As you step further into your spiritual awakening, you'll find yourself asking big questions. What's the meaning of life? What happens after we die? Why is there suffering in the world? These questions don't have easy answers, but asking them is part of the journey. Don't be afraid of these questions. They're not meant to be solved like math problems. They're meant to be explored, to spark your curiosity and push you to grow. Each question is like a seed. Plant it in your mind, water it with your thoughts, and see what grows. One of the most exciting parts of spiritual awakening is when you start to see connections everywhere. It's like you're solving a giant puzzle, and suddenly pieces start falling into place. You might notice patterns in your life that you never saw before. Maybe you realize that all your relationships have been teaching you the same lesson. or that your biggest challenges have led to your greatest growth. This feeling of connection goes beyond your personal life. You might start to feel more connected to nature, to other people, even to the entire universe. It's a profound sense of belonging that can bring deep peace and joy. Buckle up, because spiritual awakening can be an emotional ride. One day you might feel on top of the world, filled with love and light. The next day, you might feel lost and confused. This emotional roller coaster is normal. It's your inner world adjusting to your new awareness. You might experience moments of pure bliss, where you feel completely at one with everything. These moments are beautiful, but they're not the whole journey. You'll also have times of doubt, fear, and sadness. Remember, these challenging emotions are not setbacks. They're part of the process. They're clearing out old energy and making space for the new. As you go deeper into your spiritual awakening, you'll realize that not everything can be explained or understood with your logical mind. There's a mystery to life, and learning to be comfortable with that mystery is part of the journey. This doesn't mean you stop seeking knowledge. It means you learn to balance knowing with not knowing. You become okay with saying, "I don't know," and still moving forward. It's like walking through a fog. You can't see the whole path, but you trust that each step is taking you where you need to go. Spiritual awakening isn't just about light and love. It's also about facing your shadows. These are the parts of yourself you've kept hidden, the things you don't like to admit. It might be your fears, your anger, or your insecurities. Facing these shadows can be scary, but it's necessary for true growth. Think of it like cleaning out a cluttered closet. At first, it's messy and overwhelming. You might find things you forgot you had, some pleasant surprises, and some things you'd rather not deal with. But as you sort through it all, you create space for new, better things in your life. One of the gifts of spiritual awakening is learning to be more present in your life. Instead of always worrying about the future or regretting the past, you start to focus more on the now. This presence brings a deep sense of peace and aliveness. Being present doesn't mean you never think about the past or future. It means you're not controlled by those thoughts. You can plan for tomorrow without missing the beauty of today. You can learn from yesterday without being stuck there. As your spiritual awakening deepens, you might start noticing strange coincidences. Maybe you think of an old friend and they call you the next day, or you keep seeing the same number everywhere you look. These meaningful coincidences are called synchronicities, and they're like little winks from the universe, telling you you're on the right path. Synchronicities remind us that there's more to life than what we can see and touch. They hint at a deeper order to things, a hidden connection between all events. When you notice these synchronicities, it's like the universe is playing a game of hide and seek with you, and you're getting better at finding the hidden clues. Spiritual awakening isn't just in your mind. Your body gets involved too. You might find yourself naturally drawn to healthier foods or feeling the urge to exercise more. This isn't about following a strict diet or fitness plan. It's about listening to your body and giving it what it needs. You might also experience physical sensations like tingling, warmth, or energy moving through your body. Some people feel more sensitive to environments or other people's energies. These bodily experiences are signs that your energy is shifting and aligning with your new awareness. As you change, your relationships might change too. Some friendships might deepen as you connect on a more meaningful level. Other relationships might drift apart if you no longer share the same values or interests. This shifting of relationships can be uncomfortable, but it's a natural part of growth. You might also find yourself attracting new people into your life who share your new interests and perspectives. These new connections can be incredibly supportive and inspiring on your journey. One of the most beautiful aspects of spiritual awakening is the growth of compassion. As you start to see the interconnectedness of all things, you naturally feel more compassion for others. You realize that everyone is on their own journey, facing their own challenges. This compassion extends to yourself too. You learn to be kinder to yourself, to forgive your mistakes, and to appreciate your own unique journey. This self-compassion is like a warm, healing balm for your soul. Many people on a spiritual awakening journey find themselves drawn to nature. There's a deep wisdom in the natural world that speaks to something ancient within us. Spending time in nature can bring profound insights and a sense of peace. You might find yourself noticing the intricate patterns in a leaf or feeling a deep connection to the rhythms of the seasons. Nature becomes not just a backdrop to your life, but a teacher and a healer. Spiritual awakening often involves letting go of old beliefs, of attachments, of ways of being that no longer serve you. This letting go can feel like a loss at first. It's like cleaning out your closet and getting rid of clothes that don't fit anymore. It might be hard to let them go, but it makes room for new things that fit who you are now. Letting go doesn't mean you forget your past or reject everything about your old life. It means you're not bound by it anymore. You can choose what to keep and what to release, creating space for new growth and experiences. As you become more aware of your thoughts and their impact on your life, you start to harness the power of intention. This isn't about controlling everything in your life. It's about setting clear intentions for what you want to experience and create. Setting intentions is like planting seeds in a garden. You choose what seeds to plant, your intentions, you nurture them with your thoughts and actions, but you also trust in the natural process of growth. Some seeds might grow exactly as you expected, while others might surprise you with unexpected blooms. Spiritual awakening often brings a shift in how you relate to your ego. The ego is that part of you that wants to be special, to be right, to be in control. It's not bad. It's a necessary part of navigating the human experience. But awakening helps you see beyond the ego to your deeper, truer self. This doesn't mean you try to get rid of your ego. Instead, you learn to dance with it. You recognize when ego is driving your actions, and you learn to gently shift to a more soul-centered perspective. It's like learning to drive a car. Ego is in the passenger seat giving directions, but your higher self is at the wheel, deciding which turns to take. Spiritual awakening is a process of inner alchemy, where you transform the lead of your old life into the gold of your awakened self. This transformation isn't always easy or comfortable. There might be times when you feel like you're in a crucible, being reshaped by the heat of your experiences. But remember, in alchemy, the most beautiful transformations happen under pressure. Your challenges and struggles are not punishments. They're opportunities for growth and transformation. Each difficulty you face is like a weight in the gym, building your spiritual muscles. As you go through your spiritual awakening, you might not realize it, but you're creating ripples that affect everyone around you. Your increased awareness, your compassion, your new way of being in the world. All of these touch the lives of others in subtle but powerful ways. You don't need to preach or try to change others. Simply by being your authentic, awakened self, you inspire change in those around you. It's like lighting a candle in a dark room. Your light naturally illuminates the space around you. Remember, spiritual awakening is not a destination. It's a journey. It's not about reaching some perfect state of enlightenment. It's about continually growing, learning, and expanding your awareness. There will be ups and downs, moments of clarity and times of confusion. All of it is part of the journey. This journey is uniquely yours. There's no one-size-fits-all path to awakening. Trust your intuition, follow what resonates with you, and don't be afraid to forge your own path. Your spiritual awakening is the greatest adventure you'll ever embark on, a journey into the depths of your own being and the mysteries of the universe. As you continue on this path, be gentle with yourself. Celebrate your growth, learn from your challenges, and always keep your heart open to the wonder and magic of life. Your spiritual awakening is a gift, not just to you, but to the entire world. Embrace it with an open heart and a curious mind, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never imagined possible. Just as a butterfly must struggle to break free from its cocoon, your spiritual awakening journey comes with its own set of challenges. These obstacles aren't roadblocks, they're opportunities for growth. Let's explore some of the common hurdles you might face and how to navigate them with grace and resilience. One of the first challenges you might encounter is a sense of loneliness. As you start to see the world differently, you might feel like you can't relate to the people around you anymore. Your old friends might not understand your new interests, and family members might worry that you're changing too much. This feeling of being alone on your journey is normal, but it doesn't have to last. Remember, There are many others out there who are going through the same process. You're not alone. You're just the first in your circle to awaken. In time, you'll find your spiritual tribe, people who resonate with your new vibration and understand your experiences. In the meantime, be patient with those who don't understand. You don't need to convince anyone or change their minds. Focus on your own growth and trust that the right connections will come at the right time. As your awakening deepens, you might go through what mystics have called the dark night of the soul. This is a period of deep questioning, doubt, and sometimes despair. It's as if everything you thought you knew has been turned upside down, and you're not sure what to believe anymore. During this time, you might feel lost, confused, or even wonder if you're going crazy. Old wounds might resurface, and you might face your deepest fears. It's important to remember that this dark night is not a sign that something's gone wrong. It's a necessary part of the awakening process. Think of it like cleaning out an attic. At first, it gets messy as you pull everything out. But this mess is necessary to sort through what you want to keep and what you need to let go. The dark night of the soul is your psyche's way of clearing out old patterns and beliefs to make room for your new, awakened self. During this time, be extra gentle with yourself. Seek support from understanding friends or a spiritual counselor. Remember, just as the darkest part of the night comes right before dawn, this challenging period often precedes a major breakthrough in your awakening. Change, even positive change, can be uncomfortable. As you awaken, you might find yourself outgrowing old habits, relationships, or even career paths. This can bring up feelings of guilt, fear, or uncertainty. You might feel guilty about wanting something different from what you have, especially if your current life looks good on paper. You might fear disappointing others or worry about financial security if you feel called to make big changes. Remember, growth always involves some discomfort. Just as a snake must shed its old skin to grow, you too must be willing to let go of what no longer fits. This doesn't mean you have to make drastic changes overnight. Take small steps, trust your intuition, and be patient with yourself as you navigate these changes. It's also important to remember that awakening doesn't always mean you need to change your external circumstances. Sometimes the biggest changes happen within, in how you perceive and interact with your existing life. As you delve deeper into your spiritual journey, you might find it challenging to balance your newfound spiritual awareness with the demands of everyday life. You might feel a disconnect between your inner experiences and the mundane tasks of work, chores, and social obligations. Some people swing to extremes, either getting so caught up in spiritual pursuits that they neglect their worldly responsibilities, or becoming so overwhelmed by daily life that they push aside their spiritual growth. The key is to find a balance, to bring your spiritual awareness into your everyday life. This doesn't mean you have to meditate for hours every day or quit your job to become a monk. It's about infusing your daily activities with mindfulness and purpose. See your work as a form of service, your relationships as opportunities for growth, and your challenges as spiritual lessons. By bridging the gap between the spiritual and the mundane, you can create a life that feels whole and integrated. As you start to share your experiences or make changes in your life, you might face skepticism or criticism from others. Some people might dismiss your awakening as a phase or try to rationalize your experiences away. Others might feel threatened by your changes and react negatively. It's important not to let these reactions deter you from your path. Remember, everyone is on their own journey, and not everyone will understand or appreciate yours. You don't need to defend your experiences or convince others of their validity. At the same time, it's wise to be discerning about who you share your experiences with. Find supportive people who respect your journey, even if they don't fully understand it. And remember, the best way to address skepticism is often not through arguments, but through living your truth and letting the positive changes in your life speak for themselves. As you progress on your spiritual path, there's a subtle trap that many fall into, the trap of spiritual ego. This happens when you start to feel superior to others because of your spiritual insights or practices. You might find yourself judging those who aren't awake or feeling prideful about your own progress. The irony is that this sense of spiritual superiority is actually a sign that the ego has co-opted your spiritual journey. True spirituality leads to more humility, not less. It opens your heart to others rather than closing it. If you notice yourself falling into this trap, don't judge yourself harshly. Simply observe these thoughts with compassion and let them go. Remember, we're all on this journey together, just at different stages. Your role is not to judge or preach, but to offer compassion and understanding to all, including yourself. While the challenges of spiritual awakening are real, the benefits far outweigh them. As you navigate this journey, you'll discover profound changes in how you experience yourself and the world around you. Let's explore some of the beautiful transformations that await you on this path. One of the most noticeable benefits of spiritual awakening is a growing sense of inner peace. This isn't the kind of peace that comes from everything in your life being perfect. It's a deeper, more enduring peace that persists even in the face of life's challenges. You might find that things that used to upset you no longer have the same power. You're able to remain calm in situations that would have once sent you into a tailspin. This peace comes from a growing understanding that you are not your thoughts or emotions, but the awareness that experiences them. This inner peace doesn't mean you become passive or emotionless. Instead, it gives you a stable foundation from which to engage with life more fully. It's like being the eye of the storm, calm and centered, even as life swirls around you. As you awaken, you might notice that your mind becomes clearer and your intuition stronger. It's as if the constant chatter in your head begins to quiet down, allowing you to hear the whispers of your inner wisdom more clearly. This increased clarity can help you make decisions more easily. You might find that you're able to cut through confusion and see to the heart of matters more quickly. Your choices become aligned with your true self, rather than being driven by fear or societal expectations. Your intuition, that gut feeling that guides you, becomes a more reliable compass. You start to trust those subtle nudges and insights that come from a deeper place within you. This doesn't mean you ignore logic or reason, but rather that you learn to balance your rational mind with your intuitive knowing. Spiritual awakening often brings a profound sense of connection to others, to nature, and to the universe as a whole. You might experience moments where the boundaries between you and the world seem to dissolve, leaving you with a feeling of oneness with all that is. This sense of connection can transform your relationships. You might find yourself feeling more empathy and compassion for others, even those who are very different from you. You recognize that beneath our surface differences, we're all connected at a deeper level. This connection extends to the natural world as well. Many people report feeling a deeper bond with nature, a sense of awe and reverence for the beauty and complexity of the living world. This can lead to a natural desire to live in a way that's more harmonious with the environment. Fear loses much of its power as you awaken spiritually. This doesn't mean you never feel afraid, but rather that you're not controlled by your fears. You start to see fear for what it often is, false evidence appearing real. You might find yourself more willing to step out of your comfort zone, to take risks in pursuit of your dreams. The fear of failure or judgment loosens its grip as you realize that your worth isn't determined by external achievements or others' opinions. Even the ultimate fear, the fear of death, may begin to transform. As you connect with something larger than your individual self, the idea of death takes on a different meaning. Many people report feeling a sense of peace about the cycle of life and death, seeing it as a natural transition rather than an ending. One of the most healing aspects of spiritual awakening is a growing sense of self-love and acceptance. As you peel away the layers of conditioning and false beliefs about yourself, you uncover the beauty of your true nature. You start to see your flaws and mistakes not as things to be ashamed of, but as part of your unique journey. You learn to embrace all aspects of yourself, the light and the shadow, with compassion and understanding. This self-love isn't narcissistic or selfish. In fact, it allows you to love others more fully. As you accept yourself more completely, you're able to accept others as they are too. Your relationships become more authentic and satisfying as a result. Many people report that spiritual awakening brings a deeper sense of purpose and meaning to their lives. You might discover that your priorities shift, aligning more closely with your true values rather than external expectations. This doesn't necessarily mean you'll receive a clear, detailed life plan. Rather, you might find an overarching sense of purpose that guides your choices and actions. This could be as simple as living with more kindness and compassion, or as specific as feeling called to a particular form of service or creativity. This sense of purpose brings a new vitality to your life. Even mundane tasks can take on a sense of meaning when you see them as part of your larger journey. You might find yourself feeling more motivated and energized, even as you become more relaxed and at peace. Spiritual awakening often unlocks new levels of creativity. As you let go of limiting beliefs and connect with your deeper self, you might find creative ideas flowing more freely. This isn't limited to traditional arts. It could show up in how you solve problems at work, how you relate to others, or how you approach life's challenges. You might also experience more moments of flow, those times when you're so absorbed in what you're doing that you lose track of time. These flow states happen when you're aligned with your true self and engaged in something that resonates with your soul. This enhanced creativity and flow can bring a sense of joy and playfulness to your life. You might find yourself approaching life with more curiosity and wonder, open to new experiences and perspectives. As you continue on your spiritual awakening journey, remember that these benefits aren't endpoints to achieve, but ongoing experiences to be lived. They unfold gradually, often in subtle ways at first. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. Each step on this path, whether it feels like a step forward or backward, is part of your unique and beautiful awakening journey. Simple practices to support your journey. As you navigate your spiritual awakening, you might wonder, what can I do to support this process? The good news is that there are many simple practices you can incorporate into your daily life to nurture your awakening. These practices don't require special equipment or hours of your time. Instead, they're about bringing mindfulness and intention to your everyday activities. One of the simplest yet most powerful practices is mindful breathing. This doesn't mean you need to sit in lotus position for hours. It's about taking moments throughout your day to simply focus on your breath. Try this. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, take a pause. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. Take a deep breath in through your nose, feeling your belly expand. Then slowly exhale through your mouth. Do this for just 3 breaths. Notice how you feel afterward. This simple practice can help center you, calm your mind, and bring you back to the present moment. It's especially helpful during stressful times or when you're feeling overwhelmed. Nature is a powerful ally on your spiritual journey. Spending time in nature can help you feel more grounded, peaceful, and connected to something larger than yourself. You don't need to live in the wilderness to benefit from nature. A simple walk in a local park, tending to a houseplant, or even watching the clouds from your window can be deeply nurturing. Try this. Take a mindful walk outside. As you walk, engage all your senses. What do you see? What sounds can you hear? Can you feel the breeze on your skin or the ground beneath your feet? Smell the air. This practice helps you become more present and can spark a sense of wonder at the world around you. Writing can be a powerful tool for processing your experiences and gaining insights. You don't need to be a skilled writer to benefit from journaling. It's about expressing your thoughts and feelings freely, without judgment. Try this. Set aside 10 minutes each day to write. You could write about your experiences, your dreams, your questions, or anything that's on your mind. Don't worry about grammar or spelling. Just let your thoughts flow onto the paper. Many people find that insights seem to arise naturally through this practice. You might be surprised at the wisdom that emerges from your own pen. Gratitude is like a magic key that can shift your perspective and open your heart. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you naturally align yourself with positive energy. Try this. Each night before bed, think of 3 things you're grateful for from your day. They don't have to be big things. It could be a delicious meal, a kind word from a friend, or a beautiful sunset. By doing this regularly, you train your mind to notice the good in your life. Meditation is a cornerstone practice for many on the spiritual path. It helps quiet the constant chatter of the mind, allowing you to access deeper states of awareness. If you're new to meditation, start small. Even 5 minutes a day can make a difference. Try this. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. When thoughts arise, and they will, simply notice them without judgment and gently bring your attention back to your breath. Start with 5 minutes and gradually increase the time as you feel comfortable. Remember, the goal isn't to have a completely blank mind. It's about observing your thoughts without getting caught up in them. Spiritual awakening often brings a desire to be of service to others. Practicing random acts of kindness is a beautiful way to express this. Try this. Each day, look for an opportunity to do something kind for someone else. It could be as simple as holding a door open, offering a genuine compliment, or helping a neighbor with a task. Notice how it makes you feel. These acts of kindness not only benefit others, but also nurture your own spiritual growth. They help you step out of self-centeredness and connect with the wider world. As you progress on your spiritual journey, you might encounter some common misconceptions about what spiritual awakening is or should be. Let's clear up some of these misunderstandings to help you navigate your path with more clarity and ease. One common misunderstanding is that once you're awakened, you'll be in a constant state of bliss or happiness. While spiritual awakening can bring moments of profound joy and peace, it doesn't mean you'll never feel negative emotions again. In fact, awakening often involves facing and processing difficult emotions that you might have been suppressing. The difference is that you learn to relate to these emotions differently. Instead of being controlled by them, you're able to observe them with more detachment and compassion. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate all negative feelings, but to find peace amidst all of life's ups and downs. Some people believe that spiritual awakening requires them to dramatically change their external circumstances, quitting their job, ending relationships, or moving to a mountaintop. While awakening might lead to some life changes, it doesn't necessarily mean abandoning your entire life. The real transformation happens internally. You might find new meaning in your existing job, deepen your current relationships, or discover joy in your everyday surroundings. Awakening is about changing your perception and relationship with life, not necessarily about changing all your life circumstances. There's a misconception that spiritual awakening is a sudden, one-time event after which you're permanently enlightened. In reality, awakening is more often a gradual process with many stages and cycles. You might have moments of sudden insight or dramatic shifts, but these are usually followed by periods of integration where you learn to embody your new awareness in daily life. Awakening is an ongoing journey of growth and deepening understanding, not a destination you reach once and for all. While teachers and teachings can be helpful guides, they're not essential for spiritual awakening. The truth is, everything in your life can be a teacher if you approach it with openness and awareness. Your relationships, your challenges, nature, and your own inner wisdom are all powerful sources of spiritual insight. Trust your own journey and know that the wisdom you seek is already within you. Some people approach spirituality as a way to escape their problems. They might think that if they just awaken spiritually, all their life issues will magically resolve. While spiritual awakening can give you new tools and perspectives for dealing with life's challenges, it doesn't make problems disappear. Instead, it changes your relationship with those problems. You might find that things that once seemed like huge issues now appear less significant, or that you're able to face challenges with more grace and resilience. Many people feel they're not spiritual enough because they don't meditate for hours, follow a specific diet, or have mystical experiences. The truth is, spirituality isn't about adhering to a set of rules or having extraordinary experiences. True spirituality is about being authentic, compassionate, and present in your daily life. It's about growing in love and awareness. If you're sincerely seeking to understand yourself and your place in the universe, you're on a spiritual path, regardless of whether you fit any particular image of what spiritual looks like. As we wrap up our exploration of spiritual awakening, it's important to remember that your journey is uniquely yours. There's no one-size-fits-all path to awakening. What resonates deeply with one person might not work for another, and that's perfectly okay. Trust your own inner guidance. Pay attention to what practices and ideas feel true and helpful to you. Don't be afraid to question teachings or let go of practices that don't resonate, even if they're popular or highly recommended. Remember, spiritual awakening isn't about becoming a different person. It's about uncovering your true self, the essence of who you've always been beneath the layers of conditioning and false beliefs. It's a journey of remembering, of coming home to yourself. As you continue on this path, be patient and kind with yourself. Awakening is a process, and it unfolds in its own time. There will be moments of insight and clarity, and times of confusion or doubt. All of it is part of the journey. Stay curious and open. Approach each day, each interaction, each challenge as an opportunity for growth and learning. Even the difficult times can be portals to deeper awakening if you approach them with an open heart and a willingness to learn. As we come to the end of our exploration of spiritual awakening, take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. Whether you're just beginning to sense that there's more to life than meets the eye, or you're well along on your spiritual journey, know that each step you take is significant. Spiritual awakening is a profound and transformative process. It's a journey of discovering your true nature, of peeling away layers of conditioning to reveal the radiant being you've always been at your core. It's about waking up to the magic and mystery of life and recognizing your interconnectedness with all that is. Remember, this journey isn't always easy. You'll face challenges, doubts, and moments of confusion. You might go through periods of loneliness or struggle with integrating your new awareness into your everyday life. But know that these challenges are not obstacles on your path. They are the path itself, offering opportunities for growth and deepening. The benefits of this journey are immeasurable. As you awaken, you may find a deeper sense of peace, increased clarity and intuition, a greater connection to others and the world around you, freedom from fear, self-love and acceptance, a sense of purpose and meaning, and enhanced creativity and flow. These gifts unfold gradually, transforming your experience of life in subtle yet profound ways. As you continue on your path, be gentle with yourself. Embrace both the joys and the struggles, knowing that each experience is shaping you, helping you grow and evolve. Trust in the process, even when you can't see the whole picture. Remember to stay grounded in simple practices, mindful breathing, connecting with nature, journaling, gratitude, meditation, and acts of kindness. These practices can anchor you in times of uncertainty and help you integrate your spiritual insights into daily life. Be aware of common misunderstandings about spiritual awakening. Know that it's not about constant bliss, abandoning your life, or solving all your problems. It's a continuous journey of growth, integration, and deepening awareness. Above all, honor your unique path. There's no need to compare your journey to anyone else's or to strive for some idealized notion of what spirituality should look like. Your awakening is as unique as you are. As you move forward from here, carry with you the knowing that you are already whole, already complete. Your journey is not about becoming something you're not, but about uncovering the truth of who you've always been. It's about awakening to the miracle of your own existence and the extraordinary beauty of life itself. May your journey of awakening bring you ever deeper into love, wisdom, and the joy of being alive. Trust in your path, embrace the adventure, and know that with each step, you are coming home to yourself. Your awakening is a gift not just to you, but to the entire world. Embrace it with an open heart, a curious mind, and the courage to be authentically, radiantly you.